Hi everyone, it's Giselle here with a channeled message around self-love. I've been guided to do this message, especially in the past couple of days, because a few things have been coming through in readings for people, but also been triggered within me. One of the main things that I've really started to see that even though I thought I really had already started to love myself properly and respect myself enough to know my worth, one of the things I really noticed about me that has triggered me to look at this again is when I posted that video with me singing. I was really apprehensive and I thought, oh my goodness, I didn't really know what to expect. I certainly wasn't expecting the warmth and the love that I got from everybody. So thank you all so much for your kindness, and the warm reception I had was just wow, overwhelming and beautiful. And part of me wasn't expecting it. I was sort of like dreading, thinking, oh no, what if people don't like it? Or what if, just you go over these scenarios in your head, and it really brings up, actually, if you love yourself and respect yourself enough, you're not going to care what anyone says. And I should have known that, yeah, why should I care? Rather than focusing on, oh, what are people going to think? You should just go ahead and think, no, I'm guided to do this, and I'll do this, and I don't even care what people think. I'm not going to let it bother me. I'm not going to let it stop me. And looking at it from that perspective, it's really triggered that within me, and to really look at myself of, okay, you've still got a little while to go. Yes, you've come a long way, but through me watching that video back and actually knowing now what the actual perspective of people was and the actual reaction has really focused me to look deeper within. And this message is to say to you as well, whenever anything comes up, any doubts, whether that's about your abilities, just like with me, or whether that's about your body image, anything really, anything that comes up, realize that it's being triggered and being shown to you for a reason, and know your worth. And you just need to get to a point where nothing's going to bother you anymore. None of these things can really get to you, and have confidence within yourself. Love yourself enough to realize that no one's opinion matter. Yes, it's great to get positive feedback and to have people really appreciate your work, or whatever it is that you want them to appreciate about you, whether that's your hard work at the gym and you now looking so much better, to a presentation in work, to you performing just like I had to do it. Anything really that comes up for you. You need to get yourself into that space of, you know what? Even if I get a negative comment, I'm not going to let it bother me. I love myself enough to know that I am worth it, that I deserve to state my opinion, that I deserve to be here, and that I am called to do this because with me it would help people, or with you, your body image, I am beautiful, I am wonderful, no one can ever bring me down. When you're in work and giving a presentation, you're doing this because you're amazing at it. Anything that makes you question your worth, have a good look and realize what it is that's triggering this within you. It could well be, and in most cases it is, past conditioning. Not just in your past, But I also feel that now is a time for us to really release templates from our families, from our ancestors, from our bloodlines, from history. We are here with a mission to bring in unconditional love, and we cannot love others fully until we have learned to love ourselves fully. So in order for us to be successful at bringing in this new template for unconditional love, we need to really love ourselves until there's no doubt left within us, until we are no longer questioning our abilities, our worth, our beauty, our strength, until none of that could even faze us anymore. Really look within. And with self-love also comes not giving your power away, setting your boundaries. Whenever you feel that someone is overstepping the mark, even if it is your beloved, let them know that it's not okay. With respect and kindness, but let them know that they cannot take advantage of you. And if this is your beloved, of course, they don't mean to hurt you. The last thing they would ever want to do is make you feel bad. But we are all human at the end of the day. We do make mistakes. We do act out without properly thinking about it. So set your boundaries. Don't be afraid to actually say, you know what? I don't appreciate this. And I think to move forward, you should really consider how you've made me feel. Don't be too proud to tell them how you're actually affected by it, but also don't be too scared to think, oh gosh, if I speak up now, they're going to run away and they'll never come back. There is nothing that you can do that will derail you coming back, because what is meant for you will not pass you by. But in order to love yourself, in order to give love to them, you need to also respect yourself enough to have these boundaries and to have the strength to stand up for yourself. If you've been watching some of my other videos, I've also talked about how I've had a lot of past karmic energy coming back to me, which I just completely couldn't understand, such as, exes and false twins and karmic partners. The energies coming back in and me just getting extremely confused, just thinking, why am I now being shown this? But this again falls in line so much with this loving myself more. It's just a little reminder, a little trigger to say, you really need to recognize those lessons for what they were. And now that you are in a healthier, more balanced place, there is more for you to heal. There is more for you to uncover, more for you to release, because you may think that you've actually gone through enough of the healing and that you've forgiven them and that you've managed to let go. But there may just be a few more hidden things where you thought, actually, you're right, I need to completely let go of this so that I don't carry this forward. I don't allow this to affect my connection with my beloved. And with me, this was being too agreeable. Because with my false twin, I remember I actually kept some of the conversations that we had, and I started looking back, and I actually realized that whilst I was trying to be assertive and individual and be really proud of who I was, I was also just trying to be too agreeable, you know, not wanting to get rejected, and therefore kind of almost doing things that I wasn't happy with. My false twin, sadly, is a bit of bordering on alcoholism. I would say he's very dependent on alcohol and possibly other substances that I didn't know about at the time. But I remember when we first started talking, we would exchange lengthy emails, and I would actually, even though I wasn't a drinker, I would say, oh, you know, I don't really like drinking, but if I had to, I would like to have alcohol pops. And, you know, I was like, thinking back now, thinking how stupid that was. You know, if I don't drink alcohol, I should just stand up for myself and not think, oh gosh, he's going to dump me or not want to be with me just because I don't drink. How pathetic. So this is just, again, another lesson for me to really confront this part and think, no, I don't have to compromise. I don't have to change who I am just to be accepted. And if he doesn't love me for who I am, then forget it. It's not worth it. I love myself enough to know that I don't have to change myself for anyone. And I know that my beloved doesn't want me to change a thing. And this brings me back to when I had a really beautiful, vivid dream, and a song that my beloved let me hear in my dreams was nothing's gonna change my love for you. And I think one of the lyrics said, let me just think back about how it goes. Hold on, I just can't remember it now. If the road ahead is not easy, love will light a way for us like a shining star. I'll be there for you if you should need me. You don't have to change a thing. I love you just the way you are. And it's true. Your true love loves you for your quirkiness, for your individuality, and there is nothing that you need to change for them to accept you. And if you fear that even one of the things about you is not good enough, and that you need to change that for them to love you or love you more, go within and clear that, because you are perfect just the way you are for them, because your true love is made for you and you are made for them. And just as you see them to be the most perfect, the most wonderful, the most beautiful, the most amazing person who was just so right and so perfectly made for you, they see you exactly in that way too. So don't you dare change anything about you. Don't you dare compromise. Don't you dare think that they wouldn't want to be with you and accept you just the way you are. Because to them, you are perfect. So love yourself and know your worth. Set your boundaries and respect yourself enough to know there is nothing that you need to change about how you look, about how you are, about the things you like and things you don't like. Because your beloved will love you just the way you are. That's not to say that if there's a few things that you know that will improve you, then of course, you know, there's always things that you can grow, always things that you can learn, and that's perfect, that's fine. But to make yourself feel so bad or to doubt yourself and to be in that place of, oh, I'm not going to be accepted if, no, forget about that. Be in that place of strength, of confidence, and of knowing. I hope that this channeled message has helped you, and I certainly feel that people who are on the same pathway as me, because I know that not every reader resonates with everyone, but people who are drawn to me are usually facing the same issues that I am. So I hope that this has helped you, and if you wanted to come to me for a personal reading, then all my details are below. I am an empath and medium, and I tune into you, your beloved, the physical energies, what they're thinking and feeling on the physical, what their soul is knowing and wanting you to know. And just any guidance that you wanted as well. I'll certainly be more than happy to help you. Just bear in mind, for live WhatsApp calls, I am in the UK. My time zone is GMT. It would help if you would sort of give me your time preference, but I usually work Mondays, Thursday, Fridays, sometimes on the weekend. We'll just have to try and schedule a suitable time around that. But I can also do email updates, email readings as well, which I endeavour to do within 24 to 48 hours of cleared payment. All my details are below, and thank you so much for listening to this message. I sincerely hope that this has helped you. Namaste.